So I've been kind of thinking to myself about these last generation of iPhones on iOS 26, and I've been kind of seeing something very interesting. In my opinion, I kind of do think that the iPhone 11 probably should have ended on iOS 18, possibly. Now, I love the fact when old iPhones get newest updates, right? Because they end up getting newer software updates, they end up getting new features, and there's a lot of things added in some of those new versions of software. And it usually is kind of a nicer thing that, Apple kind of does, which is to support some of these older phones and give us some of these newer types of improvements. Now, with that being said, that doesn't necessarily mean that that is going to be the best idea if that particular version of software is not that stable, if it's not that great. But also, if these versions of software end up kind of running into a problem where there are a lot of UI changes and a lot of different things that Apple kind of throws in there, which means that you might end up getting some older types of, you might end up getting an older iPhone that just isn't that optimized on that version of software for the length of that software. We've seen this before with older iPhones. I would say the iPhone 10 ending off at iOS 16 was pretty good. The iPhone XS ending off at iOS 18 is pretty okay now. But the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro on iOS 26, I just don't know how stable it's going to be towards the end of this software. And the reason for that is because Apple is taking their time with the releasing software updates. They're just going very slow, and that ends up causing some issues throughout kind of time when Apple needs to go through and they need to kind of, push out more software updates in order to give more improvements. And Apple just really isn't doing that right now. So it ends up kind of running into this type of problem where you end up kind of getting these types of software updates. You get up, these types of phones, but they just don't end up getting the improvements that they need. So we're going to have to see what happens. But as much as I love the features that are in iOS 26, I think there might be some software issues that Apple is going to be running into here. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. But in terms of that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.